What's up, Cowboy World, man? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I did a video, but I am back now. To be honest with y'all, I've been trying to do a video for the last, 3 weeks. Like, the week before the season started, after Tampa game, I tried to do a video. And now, this one. Hopefully, this one gets uploaded. I've been trying to upload them. Technical difficulties, I guess, but this one's gonna get uploaded. But I'm here to talk about I didn't do the intro. I don't do the intro no more because I forgot. And then too, after San Francisco lost last year, I kind of became I'm still a fan, diehard Cowboy fan. That's why I'm still doing this video. But once they lost, it's disappointment. Like, I've been watching football since I don't know how long again. And I was in the same in disappointment. So I just came to realize, I'm a realist now. It's like, forget it. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about a few things. I'm here to talk about Cincinnati game yesterday, the win at home. Thank God we won that game without Dak Prescott. I'm talking about Tyler Smith, how he's been holding up. Let's talk about Cooper Rush, how he's been playing. We all going to talk about Michael Parsons, how he's been dominating the league. Well, these first two games, he's leading the league in sacks. Michael Parsons is a different breed. I'm going to be talking about Noah Brown, how he lit it up yesterday with Cooper Rush. I like that. We're also going to be talking about Ceedee Lamb. Is he a number one? Or is he not a number one? And then we're also going to be talking about Gallup's return. How soon is he able to return? Okay, first, we're going to talk about... Let's start off talking about... But no, before I get into any of that, let's talk about... this before I go on a whole ramble about it. Cowboy fans, we really need to stop buying these tickets and buying all this merchandise and going to the concession stands and everything at this game, because that's all that matters to Jerry Jones. And if y'all don't stop buying all these tickets and stuff, nothing's going to change. Everything's going to end in disappointment. I don't want to ramble on about that, but let me just say this. I come to a realization that every season is going to end in disappointment, and Jerry is doing nothing to change it. So, let me just stop right there before I go on and on. But anyway, let's talk about Tyler Smith. As you know, Tyler Smith has started these last two games at left tackle. Preseason, he didn't get any snaps at the left tackle position. He played at the left guard. Even though they drafted him as a left tackle, he was a left tackle. But coming into the season, Jerry said he was going to play left tackle. Well, after Tyron Smith injury, Jerry said he was supposed to play left tackle, but they played him at left guard the whole preseason for some odd reason. They should have known Tyron Smith was going to get hurt. There's not a single fan out here who didn't know Tyron Smith was going to get hurt. Even Tyron Smith knew he was going to get hurt. Tyler Smith should have got reps at the left tackle position. That's what he played in college. Never played left guard. Well, I don't know if he ever played left guard, but in college, he was playing left tackle. So they should have played him at left tackle. But I'm here to say Tyler Smith has been playing very well at the left tackle position as a rookie. Game one, week one against Tampa, he had a tough matchup. Week two, he had a tough matchup. He's been holding his own as a rookie. I thought it was going to be a lot worse for him, because that left tackle position is a hard position to play. We've been having the same problem at left tackle for a while now. Tyron Smith has been getting hurt like every year. Every year he's been hurt. Tyron Smith has been hurt, so we've always had to bring in another left tackle to come play that position, and no one's held it down over there every time that Tyron Smith is hurt. I mean, we'll win a few games without him, but you can always obviously tell it's a big problem on that side of the field. But right now, Tyler Smith, he's doing his thing. And we also have Jason Peters, who's also helping him, coaching him up. I'm pretty sure Tyron Smith's probably coaching him up too, but I've seen pictures of Jason Peters coaching up Tyler Smith on that side, and it's actually benefiting him. And honestly, Jason Peters didn't suit up yesterday, but I think he suits up next week. But I don't think Tyler Smith should come off that spot. I think he should stay there. I think this year Dak is hurt. For me, I'm saying I don't really have no ceiling for the Cowboys. It's like I'm not really worried about it, but this year is just like, let him get his reps. Let him play over there. It's time to replace Tyron Smith. Whether we want him gone or not, I don't know how. he ain't got a lot of gas left in his tank. He's a damn good lineman, but he's going to get hurt. It's time to replace him. It's time to move on. Even when Tyrone Smith come back, I think Tyler stays over there in that spot. Jason Peters backs him up, and Tyrone, you can either cut him if it's going to save you money or release him. I really don't care what happens to Tyrone Smith. But, yeah, like I said, Tyler Smith, he's been holding it down on that side, so I say keep him over there. Let him get his reps so next year he'll be used to it, this NFL thing, and we'll have our new left tackle. Hopefully he keeps playing at this high level, and hopefully he can improve on what he's been doing and limit the holding calls and all that. He's known for holding and all these penalties, but he's better now. These last 2 games, you ain't seen too many penalties, false starts, and holdings. But he's been doing pretty good, so I say leave him over there. Let him ball out for this whole season, next season. Start him over there and look for another left guard. If that makes sense. That's for me. Okay, next, let's talk about Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush, man, this is on his second start of his career. As y'all know, Minnesota game, he balled out. I wouldn't even say balled out. He was like 2 interceptions away from a bad game. 2 dropped interceptions away from a bad game. They were just dropping interceptions. But y'all watched the Minnesota game last year, and he went out there and won it while Dak was hurt. So I give him props to that. But we're not talking about that game. We're going to talk about yesterday's game against Cincinnati. He actually, what I watched, I think Kellen Moore game planned that game for him. More runs than passes. And I don't know why they don't do that with Dak. I don't know why. Even because Dak is a better thrower of the ball, but that doesn't mean the run game is worse. You know what I'm saying? Just because Dak is out there doesn't mean the run game gets worse. I think you should have the same game plan for both of them. Dak was at his odds. He wasn't at his best, but you know what I mean. When they was running the ball, Cowboys at their best when they running the ball at a very efficient clip. And I think Kellen Moore called plays for Cooper Rush. And I think that's what he also needs to do for Dak Prescott. But when it was time to throw the ball, Cooper Rush, he put it where it needed to be. He put it where the ball needed to be. On downs, he needed to pass the ball. Sometimes you, as a backup, you're going to make mistakes. Even as a starter, you're going to make mistakes. But certain things that Cooper Rush was doing showed backup. I don't want to say he balled out, but he played a pretty decent game. And that's all you can ask for from a backup. That's all you can ask for. You don't ask for nothing more, nothing less. Come in here and do the job until the starter gets back. So he's going to be playing for the next at least 4 weeks, I believe. At least. I think we got 4 or 5 more games. 4 or 5 more games, and then we have a bye week. I think Dak is going to come back after that bye week. So up until bye week, I think we're going to be playing with Cooper Rush. And depending on how good he plays, even after the bye week, Dak is coming back. Even if Cooper wins all of these games with no interceptions. If Cooper balls out, no interceptions every game, touchdown after touchdown, Dak is coming back because Jerry paid him all that money. So Dak is coming back. And I'm not here to say Cooper Rush is better than Dak. I think Dak is far better than Cooper Rush. I'm here to say that. I think Dak is a better quarterback. But the thing about Cooper Rush that I think Dak needs to take out of Cooper Rush book is Cooper Rush, like any other good quarterback, he finds him a guy that he can trust, and that's who he goes to when in doubt. He's going to get sacked or nobody's open. I'm going to trust this guy to go make that big play for me. I'm going to put it out there for him to catch it and see what hope for the best. Excuse me. Dak doesn't do that. Dak, he spreads the ball out, and sometimes that's not always a good thing. I like that we when we had all those receivers, Amari, Ceedee, Gallup, you spread the ball out, but sometimes you just need that one guy. Like, okay, I got some receivers out here, but that's my guy. And the 2 games that I've seen Cooper Rush play, he's found a guy. Yesterday was Noah Brown, and the day before that, the season before that, when he played Minnesota, the guy was Amari Cooper. So I think Dak needs to take that out of Cooper Rush book, find his guy, and make him make them your number one receiver. And the thing about Cooper Rush, I don't know if he's going to be doing that. Is the guy going to change next week? I don't know. Maybe he rides with Noah Brown. If he rides with Noah Brown, that's his number one guy. I love it. Do your thing. If it's working, keep doing it. I love it. Do that. Okay. So next, let's talk about Michael Parsons. There's not even much to say about Michael Parsons. That he's a different breed. He's different. Now, everybody knows who Michael Parsons is. The whole league should be on notice by now of who Michael Parsons is. Well, everybody knows who he is. He's a linebacker who can cover in space, but he's best when he's heading out shooting out towards the quarterback. So that guy has 4 sacks this year, leading the league in it right now. It's only been 2 games, but that's impressive to have 4 sacks leading the league right now. That's 2 sacks a game, leading the league, and he's going. And I think there's no game plan for this man. I mean, you can chip him, send extra blockers at him, and do whatever you have to do, but Michael Parsons is going to get his, and I'm loving it. I need DeMarcus Lawrence to wake up, though. I mean, Michael can't be out here doing it himself. He's obviously already took over that the lead rusher. I mean, blitzer on the team, like the defensive end. He's the guy on the team. So DeMarcus being the second best, you need to come on with it, man. So that's all I got to say about Michael Parsons. Everybody know what he's going to do next game throughout the season. That man is a dog. Second year, and he's a dog. So he going to do what he need to do. And also, I didn't mention Trayvon Diggs in the beginning of the intro, but I'm going to talk about Trayvon Diggs right now. Trayvon Diggs, he's actually been playing, these last 2 games, he's been playing pretty good. I think they changed how he plays his game. You know, how he backs off and hawk for the ball. He going for interceptions. He hasn't had one this year, but he's been playing press man, and I haven't seen that from him in some time. And he's been playing pretty decent. He's been pretty quiet. I mean, quarterbacks don't test him like that no more after 11 picks last year, which is understandable. But he's been playing pretty good. The hit yesterday that he made against the Cincinnati Bengals to make it 4th down for the punt the ball so we can go on that game-winning drive, that was a hell of a hit. I don't never see Trayvon hit like that. Every time you see him, he'll either try to cut you or push you out of bounds, but he's not a hitter. So that hit was amazing. So shout out to Trayvon Diggs for making that hit, and shout out to Trayvon for holding Jamar Chase to 2 passes and 14 yards. 2 catches and 14 yards. He did his thing yesterday. That's that. So now let's talk about Noah Brown. Noah Brown, he's a guy that's been with us about 4 or 5 years. Hasn't been. He got in the end zone yesterday, but I don't remember him getting a touchdown. What is that? Oh, I don't remember him getting a touchdown, but he got one yesterday, man. The dot from Cooper Rush, he threw it to him, man. I mean, Noah Brown, like I say, Cooper Rush, he finds him a guy. Last year was Amari Cooper. This year was Noah Brown. Noah Brown, I mean, it's time for his chance. I mean, he's been here 4 or 5 years. We only bring him in when it's time for him to run block, but he's decent, bro. Like, get that man the ball in space. He's at practice all the time. He's always been on the team. It's time for him to get a chance. So I say, even when Gallup comes back, I say let Noah Brown play, because if that's Cooper Rush's guy next week, and as long as Cooper Rush is playing, if Noah Brown is his guy, you have to leave him out there, whether it's Ceedee Lamb out there or Michael Gallup or Turpin or Houston or Torbert, whatever this dude name is. You have to leave Noah Brown out there, because that's who Cooper Rush trusts. He's a backup. You have to have a guy out there that he can trust. That's who he practiced with. So he trusts Noah Brown. I say you leave Noah Brown out there. And hopefully next week, Noah Brown can bring the same energy that he brought this week. So I say leave him out there. Let him ball out. That's a guy Cooper Rush can trust. So leave him out there and let him play. I think next week we probably get the same performance from him. But let's get on to the next subject, which is Ceedee Lamb. Ceedee Lamb is supposed to be our number 1 guy. He's supposed to be our number 1 guy. We let Amari Cooper go because they had faith in Ceedee Lamb being number 1. I think Ceedee Lamb is a damn good wide receiver. But I don't think he's a number one receiver. I've been saying this since they let Amari go. I've been saying this since Amari was there. I said, Ceedee Lamb is open because Amari Cooper was there. A lot of people say Amari Cooper disappeared or gave up or showed no effort. To me, I didn't see that. I just think that's how Amari Cooper looks. Amari Cooper, he just has this face about him like, oh, I'm not trying. That's just how he looks to me. That's what I'm saying. But to say he disappears and put blame on Dak, I don't see how that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say Dak needs to take a page out of Cooper Rush's book and finding your number one guy and making him your number one guy when in doubt, because that's what Aaron Rodgers do, Tom Brady do. These guys, they have that guy that they can trust. Throw it up, let him go get it. Dak doesn't do that with Amari. So I feel like you can't say Amari disappears when he's not even leading the team in targets. Ceedee Lamb led the league in targets, led his team in targets last year when Amari was there. And then y'all got all hype about that, but now you see what the outcome is with that. Ceedee Lamb is underperforming. He's underperforming, and I said it would happen when people thought he was the only receiver on the team. So, you know what I'm saying? Not Coop. Ceedee, he either needs to come on with it, or it was a bad decision to make him your number one receiver. I already thought it was a bad decision to make him your number one receiver, but Jerry and everybody else thought it was a good idea to make him your number one receiver. They traded Cooper for nothing, for pennies, because they wanted more money in the cap space. Ended up not using that cap space, by the way. We're still number 2 in the league with the most cap space. So I don't see the point of holding on to money for no reason. I would rather have Coop, Ceedee, and Cedric Wilson over what we have now. Me personally. That's why I'm saying me personally. Because if we had Coop, Ceedee, and Coop, Ceedee, and Cedric Wilson, they all three would be playing right now. Cedric Wilson is hurt. Michael Gallup is hurt. He just came off ACL injury. We have no idea how he's going to play this year, to be honest. We have no idea how he's going to play this year. So, I wouldn't have signed him. Cooper, y'all say he disappeared, so y'all probably disagree with what I just said. But I would rather have Cooper out there creating space for Ceedee. Ceedee will have another nice year. And Cedric Wilson, he balled out while Gallup was hurt. However many games he missed before he had his ACL injury, he was balling out and passing the ball. So I would rather have that team out there rather than those. I would rather have those 3 wide receivers out there rather than what we have right now. But yeah, man, I think that might be it. Let me see. Now let's talk about Gallup. My last subject. I'm sorry. Let's talk about Gallup. Gallup, as you all know, he tore his ACL last year. He's missed these first 2 weeks of the season. He's missed the first 2 weeks. But it's certainly possible that he comes back next game. Do I believe that he comes back next game? No, I do not. I think he comes back. I give it about 2 weeks. I don't think he comes back next week because I don't think it's worth risking the injury again this early in the season. Even though he's been practicing with everybody, I just don't believe it's the time to do so. But they said it is certainly possible that he come back. But they said that last week about this week. So I don't think he comes back. But if he do, that's a plus for us if he can play how he was playing. But yeah, there's a good chance that he come back next week. But he's not. I don't believe. But anyway, Cincinnati win. Let's talk about that. Good win. I think Cooper Rush did what he had to do to win the game. I think Kellen Moore, like I said, called the right plays for him. Not the second half. The second half, it got real stagnant. I think Cincinnati came out and figured out the game plan. And then once we got the ball back, we kind of changed it. We got to rush down the field. But that's what Cooper Rush did last year, too. He moved the ball down the field. So I think they need to kind of change it to that kind of up-tempo for Cooper Rush. But anyway, good game. I feel the same way about that game that I do about the Tampa Bay game. I'm not mad. I'm not happy. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Because after San Francisco lost last year, kind of hurt me. So we'll see how this season goes. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all come back probably next week. I'm going to try to drop a video every week. Hopefully y'all come back next week and watch the next video that I drop. And we're going to see how this season play out. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all want to see more of me, I got other channels. I'm going to leave the links in the description. Y'all can go watch me over there and see the other side of me. So, thank y'all for watching again, man. See y'all in the next video.